But honestly, I kind of want to post it. I don't know what to talk about. So we just got off a phone call with one of my good friends that I met in college, and he gave me one of the sweetest compliments in the whole entire world. He was basically like, hey, I really liked your last video. I'm super proud of you. It was really well produced. It was really well scripted. I thought that was just such a loving compliment, and I was super honored that he thought so. But at the moment, I'm creating this script and I'm talking about how I guess there's beauty in chaos and creativity. I was thinking about it. Within chaos, that's basically a true version of yourself. And how true would that script be if I was to keep posting published work, and if I was to keep posting videos and scripts that are, I don't know, that I just like work super hard on. Like, that is a really refined version of me. So although I was really grateful he had that perspective on my last video, it in a way paralyzed me. It made me question my creativity. It made me question my perspective as an artist. And today, or I guess tonight, I'm sick and I'm talking in front of a person, like Tyler's behind the camera eating a pizza. I'm trying to force myself to make this a comfortable situation for me. I didn't want to create a script for this because how can you script life? And I just wanted to share some things that's been inspiring me lately. I recently discovered John Green and Hank Green's YouTube channel, and they are just the most loving, authentic people in the world. And they have this series where each of the brothers every week records a very personal video to each other. And I was like, wow, like that's absolutely beautiful. And they just post it online just for anyone to see. Starting this YouTube channel, out of all of the videos I've watched learning about like videography, cinematography, production, storytelling, I feel like their channel stood out to me the most because it was just the most raw versions of themselves. And I feel like as artists, we take in to consideration just such a large audience, and I guess our friends and our family, and we have a good worry what they're gonna think about our artwork and how is it gonna be a reflection of them. This Vlog Brothers channel just reminded me like that art doesn't have to always be that way. It could simply just be the most simplest version of yourself talking.
What?
Do you have any thoughts on the Vlog Brothers?
I think it's interesting how they're no longer trying to grow their channel.
Really?
Yeah, they like made it very clear that they have no interest in trying to grow.
Really?
Yeah, they're like super excited about how big their audience is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, we're not gonna try to make it any bigger. We just want to cultivate the community that we have. And like,
wow,
they made that very known. So like, they don't try to like make their title splashy or anything.
I guess beyond questioning my perspective as an artist, I also explored this idea when writing my friend who is in basics training right now. Tyler and I were honored to write a letter to basically like give him hope and happiness and a little slice of home. I remember I was telling Tyler like how confident I was to write this letter, and I was like, yeah, I used to write letters to my friends all the time as I was growing up. Right when I opened my Google Docs, I stared at the page and I was like, how do I talk to one of my bestest friends in the whole entire world? I guess just staring at the page was just like an honest, true version of my voice. And I realized like as an adult that becomes harder and harder and harder to find, and to also keep authentic and close to your heart. From that point on, I wanted to be more aware of how I speak to myself, and also like how I create a more authentic voice in the world. I think it's just my 4 years in college where I was extremely stressed out to make as many science papers as I could and make them sound extremely scholarly. We're basically conditioned to write one certain way so it can be digested easily for a mass population. But I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be friends with the entire world. The world's not gonna agree with what I have to say. It was fun. It was an interesting exercise. I got to look a little bit intrinsically, and I questioned myself a bit, which is a fun thing to do. Also in this book, he talked a lot about that. I'm gonna share it. Ah! Ha ha. This is it. In creative doing, there is a subsection called Focus on Connection. In this subsection of the book, Tim Ferriss shared that when he was trying to find his personal tone for his writing, he would create letters for his best friend, and this is a really helpful way to find your authentic creative expression. And then similarly, in the book, it goes on to talk about Michelle Kuo. She shared that she observes when people begin to write, they risk their voices sounding pretentious because it's common to believe good writing means impenetrable or abstruse. Something about writing a letter allows you to discover your conversational voice, which also means your forms of speech, your idioms, your little jokes. Sometimes it also allows a voice to be funnier, to be self-deprecating, and to desire actual connection. When a person knows who their exact audience is, it gives them more consistency, so they're not switching between different potential targets. When you're consistent, the reader trusts you, and with that being said, an outside reader will trust you. I think incorporating a focus on connection into my YouTube channel and my artwork and my future endeavors, more so than just the goal itself, can act as a catalyst for new ideas and new thoughts, while at the same time representing more of who you are. And I feel the world needs a little bit more of each of us in it.